Army splashy. Jimin and Jungkook chose Japan as the start of the tour, not Korea or America. The shocking news again comes from the duo that has recently become the center of global attention, BTS's Jimin and Jungkook. After the excitement of their special performance in New York with Bruno Mars, the music world was again made to wonder, why was Japan chosen as the opening city of their secret tour, not South Korea or the United States? And more surprisingly, this tour was not announced by HYB, but appeared through mysterious signals sent directly by the two of them. Since their surprise appearance in NYC, fans noted that at the end of the concert, a small screen on the stage showed points of light in several cities of the world. Tokyo is one of the most brightly lit spots, and as it turns out, that's his first clue. A few days later, Jimin and Jungkook's personal social media accounts, which have not been verified, but are known to be very active and are allegedly managed by them personally, shared a silhouette photo of two people in front of Shibuya Crossing. No captions, no location tag. But one thing is clear, they are in Japan. The Japanese army began posting photos allegedly showing Jungkook and Jimin in Tokyo. One of the viral videos shows two striking-looking men, one of whom is wearing a black jacket that says "Whispered Love," the name of the song performed in NYC, walking with masks and hats, followed by some bodyguards dressed casually. A big question arose among fans. Why was Japan chosen as the starting point for the tour? Not Korea, their home? Or America, their biggest market right now? One music analyst from Seoul said, Jimin and Jungkook have a deep emotional connection with Japan. They both mentioned Japan several times as a place where they felt calm and could be themselves. Not only that, among the army, Japan is known as the country with the most loyal and disciplined fan base in supporting BTS's work musically, without too much social media drama. Jimin himself once said in an old interview, "I like night walks alone in Japan. It felt like I could repeat the teenage years I'd missed because of training." And Jungkook once mentioned in a live broadcast that the voice of Japanese singers like Fuji Kaze gave him new inspiration in music. Rumors began to appear that Jimin and Jungkook's surprise concert would take place in the vicinity of Tokyo Tower. Not in a stadium or a large hall, but in a private location known only to a limited number of fans. Rumor has it that the invitees were not purchased through public tickets instead. It's a random invitation sent via email to active fans who have interacted with BTS's non-commercial projects. An army officer from Osaka claims to have received a mysterious email. "You heard our whisper. Now hear our silence. 2100 hours. Tower. No camera. Just memory." Fans believe this is an invitation to Jikook's second stage secret concert. What became a heated discussion was whether there were any signs of HYB's interference in this project. No official announcement, no promotional support. Even some of the old staff who used to take care of BTS's global schedule were seen as uninvolved. A former HYB staffer with an anonymous account at X said, "They are doing something that cannot be stopped. It's not about business, but about freedom." This condition further reinforces the theory that Jimin and Jungkook are forming an independent artistic path where they are free to work without pressure from companies, sponsors, or the format of the K-pop industry in general. Another leak came from one of the Japanese music journalists who claimed to hear snippets of the new song from a secret soundcheck session. The song was titled Kawaranai, which means never changing. The lyrics are allegedly a mixture of Japanese and English, and the chorus is called Very Emotional, even if the world forgets our name, Caitlin, your voice. Some fans believe the song is addressed to each other, a hidden recognition that no matter what happens, they hear each other and will not change. Surprisingly, from the mysterious visual at the end of the NYC show and clue in one of Jungkook's tweets that said, "Coffee and Sky," which was not explained, many soldiers thought that Jakarta would be the next city after Tokyo. Even the Indonesian army community is now united in looking for potential locations for the next silent show, from Taman Ismail Marzuki, Sunda Kelapa Harbor, to the rooftop hotel in SCBD.21:00 Japan time. The Tokyo sky was drenched with light rain. There is no red carpet, no media spotlight. But in the dim shadow of the majestic Tokyo Tower, dozens of people stood in silence, wearing wireless earphones shared by a mysterious team dressed in black. There are no speakers, no LED screen. The sky, the tower, and the vibration of the voices of two people who have become the world for millions of human beings, Jimin and Jungkook. Suddenly, a single light flashed from a small circular stage in the middle of the garden, surrounded by white flowers and washi paper chandeliers. Jungkook appears first, wearing a modern, dark-colored hanbok. Jimin was followed by an all-white outfit like a silhouette from a classic Japanese painting. They don't say hello. No talking. Just stand up. And then the music started playing, but only on the earphones that the audience put on. A new song that no one has heard before. The title? Not mentioned. But from a snippet of lyrics secretly recorded by one of the audience, ARMY began to refer to the song as Watashi tachi wa owari janae. It's not over yet, the lyrics make anyone speechless. One more step, I'll go but you're standing. Waiting for me to come back, we never say goodbye because you're the reason I survived. As Jimin sings the passage, he stares at Jungkook, who quietly continues with the next verse. No gimmick, no dancing, only the singing, the gaze, and the voice of the heart open so naked. Some of the ARMY began to cry, not because of hysteria, but because of a feeling of closeness that could not even be described in words. One viewer wrote on X, I feel like watching two people love each other without ever having to say it. It feels peaceful, but it hurts. Having performed 4 songs, all of them unreleased, they finally opened their mouths only once, and only one sentence from Jungkook. We're still walking. Not for fame, but for us. And Jimin followed in a small voice, no more fear. Just music, just us. Then they bowed deeply for almost a minute before the lights were turned off. No encore, no redialing. All spectators remained silent, motionless. The atmosphere was like a soul ceremony, not a concert, and when all was done, a short video was shared via email that could only be played once by those present that night. On the screen it says, while HYB has not issued an official statement. However, a reporter from Japan mentioned that the security staff guarding the secret concert in Tokyo was not from HYB. Rather, it is an independent agency that usually manages theater and performance art events. Instructions about Jakarta made the Indonesian army began to strategize. Army X community accounts are now competing to translate code and clues from Jungkook and Jimin's tweets. Some even claimed to have found a CCTV camera on the rooftop of a central Jakarta hotel that captured 2 people who looked like them the night before they appeared in Tokyo. That said, the next concert will use an even quieter system. With personalized earphones, the track list changes depending on the time of day, and one surprise, the appearance of a special guest from Indonesia who is not yet known who, world tour without promotion, without sponsors. No BTS name in the title, but it makes the world fall in love more deeply, because it's not just about the song. This is the story of 2 people who choose to speak through silence, which is louder than all the noise of the industry. Jimin and Jungkook are not forming a subunit. They form a new language in music, a language that doesn't depend on hype, charts, or labels. Only one thing they need, the courage to be themselves. And the army? They don't need fan cam. No need for merchandise. All they need is one new song, a small stage, and 2 souls protecting each other in silence.